Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Dogs ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not a lot of room there, giving a couple to the 16.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got a man. It's Brewer. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Action on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
So now it's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Brewer. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Kick is in the air. Hauls it in, looking for space. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The give on the inside. Hard running there. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They go right back to it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
To the air, it's Lemon. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is
turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Brings up second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff to the lone back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! They're on the board first here in the season opener. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Dogs! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. The give to the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had... Can't hang on, he muffs it. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get up.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Yeah,
3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
That is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Give to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Quickly to the tight end. Drag down, and they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Man, what a rough start for this quarterback. Already throwing 1 interception, throwing another ball in harm's way. They got to find a way to settle him down a little bit, maybe give him some easier throws because his decision-making so far has not been good.
That is no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Oh, and that ball just inches away from being in every highlight around the country. That was an absolute bomb. Just couldn't quite get it far enough.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Right back to him on the ground. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. That gives him 54 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. They'll leave it with the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really... And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Makes a catch at the 10. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. He'll set up to throw. Flaps it out of the air. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. While they dial up on second and a long way to go. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Finds his tight end. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Pulls it in. It's Brewer. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback is throwing the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone. Next,
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Well, they started with horrible terrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, running back gets the give. Got enough for the first. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Looking for a man. It's Lemon. He uncorks one deep. Reels it in down the left side. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
What a throw on first down in the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. He's got the back in the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The give to the fullback. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, how about that play call? 3rd down, turn it around, hand it to the big fella, your fullback, and he does the work to get the first.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Off play action. Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at a quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down to try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Got the first down and more. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Back to throw, it's Lemon. Got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
What I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open, but watch the throw. Down the the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by a field goal over South Carolina. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
They'll run play action. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Fullback's got it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the 1st?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Let's go.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, better look out. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll move the tight end. To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go with the football that time. Great job by the defense watching the QB's eyes. And how about tackling the catch? He wasn't able to throw it deep down the field, but as soon as the guy made the snag, down he went.
That's caught. It's home.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Let's go, let's go.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He's going to take off. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Back to the ground game on the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. That's caught. It's home. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him in the flat. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the 3rd down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run.
Touchdown, Ohio State! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Wants to throw. It's Lemon. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go in that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
They'll give it to the back. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. Georgia sends out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there.
Military stunt.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Brewer. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Buckeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The give to the tailback. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Second down, he'll throw it. Buys a little extra time. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Rushes on him. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal.
Trick 9, beat.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Lemon. Makes the catch. Turns it on in midfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Send the tight end in motion. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run.
Intercepted in the first drive in for the pick. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Warrior. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and then bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to take a shot on second and short. It's complete to the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Buckeyes are on the move.
22 water. 22.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pass to Stetson, still on his feet. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Setting up the screen. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. From the gun, give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about.
There he goes. He's up to 55 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on.
Touchdown, Dogs! Fit it in the window for the score.
And the offense had the look they liked. Tight ends are such matchup problems because of their size and because of their athleticism. And this offense does a nice job moving this guy around, especially in this area of the field.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Oregon has the lead right now in Eugene, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Miami. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. Look out, he's got room. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket. And at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Got his man quickly. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Catch in the middle, it's Hope. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Got the first down and more. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. Finds a little space. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
What a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Keeping it on the ground with a single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Lemon. Working that wide receiver screen. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Finds his big tight end. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Fires into traffic, it's picked off.
But how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Back to pass, it's Lemon. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense putting points on the board.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team. Turning it on! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Might as well give it to him again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the Dogs come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to throw, it's Lemon. Using the quick game. Ball by himself down the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fears the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Hope. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up 4th down.
Yeah, and 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Boom. Fires to the big fella. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Power football with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brewer. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone, too. If you can...
Brings it to the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Lemon. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Lemon. He finds a soft spot in the middle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bring him the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the 2nd half as Georgia about to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Snagged in the middle. It's Brewer. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it, Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Lemon. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Leaves it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver run the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Touchdown, Dogs! They take the lead with the 6.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Oh, they're after him! And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense are hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Brewer. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch.
There we go! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him, let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football.
Gashing the knee on the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Kansas State is going to enjoy the trip back to Manhattan after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Bill Snyder Family Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Lemon. Completes it in the middle. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive.
Turning it on! Got the first down and more. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Slithers into space. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Dogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Finds his tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Lemon. Got his man down the middle. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the fourth. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On second and goal, he carries again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. And now they take the lead.
Big time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Second down coming up. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Buckeyes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Swings it out to the flat. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Lemon. Quickly complete. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a gun.
That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is good. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. On the move from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. That's caught. It's Brewer. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Hope. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick strike complete.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brewer.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now. You know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dave.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
Dumps it off in the flats. Running into the open space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
To the air on 1st down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Man, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. These slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but man, it keeps that DB off balance.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And what a play by the defense, right? You got the lead, but your backs are up against the wall down in your own red zone. Someone's got to be able to step up and make a play. And he delivers in the end zone, getting the INT, preserving his team's lead here late.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't, and they got stuffed. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. They'll try to get out of trouble from inside their own 5, but they'll have to convert 3rd and 10. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, I think on the last play, they didn't get it to the sticks. They were hoping he'd be able to make the catch, make a guy miss, and advance the football. But because they couldn't execute, now it's 4th and 1.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season.